just wanted to get this out to you before the start of the weekend's fixtures, and obviously there's games this evening. We were recording this on Friday, so we've got Arsenal Palace tonight, and more importantly, obviously Blues versus Huddersfield at St Andrews, which I'm sure everybody will be keeping an eye on. Yeah, I know. So I wanted to have a look at how we got on last week and what we're going to be looking at this week. So last week, as you'll remember, we put together the Poisson pack for the English leagues and the Scottish Premier League based on the last season's data. So for the first 10 games, we're going to look at last season's data rather than trying to piece together data from this season with just a couple of games and no reliable sort of data set. So let's have a look how we got on quickly. I'll just go through this quickly. So in the Championship last week, so we had Fulham, Huddersfield versus Fulham, which was actually Huddersfield versus Burnley. I've got the key at the side there to show who the teams were substituted for. In this week's one, I've done a better job of it, so we've got the actual team naming, but whatever. So we had that down as going to be a Burnley win, and it was a Burnley win, wasn't it? It was 1-0, so we got the result, win, draw, win, put my teeth back in, win, draw, win, correct, and also the correct score. We thought it'd be over 2.5 according to the pack, and it wasn't. Blackburn QPR was a bit, we didn't get the win, draw, win or the unders right, but we did get the correct score. Blackpool Reading, we got the result and the score. So, I mean, I won't go through it, I'm boring myself already. So basically, if we go through them all, we can see that for the win, draw, win, we ended up 1.86 points up. For the over-unders, we got 0.15, and for the correct scores, 30. So it does always look a lot inflated because it's 5 points per win for the correct score, because we've got 5 scorelines, so we're saying we're putting 5 points on. So you lose 5 when you don't get it, but you win 5 when you do. So obviously the fact that we've got 30, that means we've done pretty well, haven't we? So we've only lost like 3, I think. So in total, that would be 32 points profit for the Championship last week. League One was a bit more of a mixed bag, I think, League One. Again, we've got the key here showing you what's going on. As you can see, there's not much green near the top, which suggests we didn't do too well on all of those. Again, the correct scores are sort of doing well, keeping us above water. So if we go down, we ended up with 0.76 on the win, draw, win. Just a bit of profit to equalise that almost on the unders, overs, and nothing on the correct score. So we actually ended up with a 0.9 loss in League Two, and in League One. In League Two, it was a little bit better, I think. So as you can see, we've got substitute teams again, a fair bit of green smattered about. Let's get to the bottom. So we ended up 2.92 for the win, draw, win, 1.09 for unders, overs, 10 for the correct score, and that ended up with 14.01. Finally, the Scots Prem, we've got all of these greens and stuff. I'm boring myself again, so we ended up losing the win, draw, win, not many fixtures to make it up for. We had a clean sweep in the correct score, so all of them came in, so we got 30 points, and I've totaled them all up, and it came to, if you take all of the 4 leagues, we'd have ended up with 2.32 points profit on win, draw, win. Over-unders, we'd be looking at 4.52, and the correct scores we've been looking at 70. So you're looking at about 77 points profit for the week. So pretty decent. And I wanted to show you as well this week's. So here we are. This week, obviously, we've got the Premier League, and I've gone through and actually put the correct teams in for the Premier League. Like last week, I mean, I didn't substitute them, so I've done some copy and pasted and messed about with it. So this week you can see what we've got going on. And here they are, and these will be up in the members area, so I'm not going to talk through them all. I mean, you can see tonight's Palace Arsenal. We've got massive value in a Palace win. And I've updated these scores actually since last week when I first did the video, because obviously they've changed throughout the week. It's quite interesting. I mean, as you'd expect, certain teams have sort of drifted and some have come in depending on the transfer business that they've done. It does correlate quite nicely, actually, how you'd expect it to be. I think the Villa game actually was the biggest mover. I think Villa were longer than that, and they've come in a little bit. I can't remember. There was one that moved quite a lot, but anyway. So tonight's game, yeah, that's what we're looking at. If you want value, we're not saying that they'll win, but if you want value, you'd definitely be looking at a Palace win, which at home, first game of the season under the lights at Selhurst Park, I wouldn't be surprised at that. I never like to bet against Palace in night games. I know it sounds weird, but that's just something that I've always sort of noticed, that they do generate a great atmosphere, and I think Vieira's really getting a tune out of them. I think if Zaha, Elise and Eze stay fit this season, I mean, I think they could have a chance of finishing, well, definitely top half, but maybe even a little bit higher. So anyway, that's that. That's just me rambling. Championship, we've got the same story. So I've again substituted the teams out, so we've got the actual real teams in. The orange boxes are just showing where a substitution's been made, because sometimes you get the same team versus the set. So down here it would actually have been, before a substitute, West Brom versus West Brom, because Watford are substituted for West Brom in terms of, looking at last season's data. So tonight we've got Blues Huddersfield, 2.58. The bookies have got Blues at, just because they're at home, I guess. Because really the data is suggesting 5.11, and not just being a pessimistic Blues fan. I think the squad building hasn't gone anywhere near as well as it needed to be for Blues to be that competitive to justify those odds. No way. They'll always have a go at home for the first game of the season, but I don't know. Huddersfield are a quality outfit, to be fair, and I think 1.79, as it suggests, 3.15. There's definite value there. But look, I'm not in the game of giving you out tips. I'm showing you what the data's saying. So there you go. So we've got plenty of games for this weekend. Again, I'll be recording the results. These are all on the members' website for all the members. I'll correct these. This is just a formatting issue that hasn't followed through. There you go. So yeah, I'll be posting this up in the members area. Well, it will already be there. So if you want to get involved, head over to the website, sign up, and yeah, I'll see you again soon. Cheers.